air duct.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody just calm down.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is happening, and if you want to know what the procedure is, then keep watching, because in this episode I've got exclusive SundaeSwap updates for you. Coming up on this show, we're going to talk about obviously SundaeSwap going live on the 20th of January in 2022. The second point we're going to be talking about on this episode is SundaeSwap actually getting listed on a centralized exchange. If you want to know what exchange is that, then keep watching, because I'm going to share the information with you later in this video. And lastly, I'm going to share with you 3 different ways that you can use to accumulate free SundaeSwap tokens. If all that sounds good to you, just keep watching. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into the first key point here, which obviously is when is Sunday? Well, Sunday is on Thursday. Basically, SundaeSwap is going live on the 20th of January in 2021. The DEX is going to go live as a beta version on January 2021. So what does that mean for you who are staking to get your free SundaeSwap tokens? Well, it's very simple. SundaeSwap is gonna actually start or collecting the data or the snapshot on the 25th of January in 2022. But that's not the only day. It's actually gonna go for 5 epochs, as I have mentioned in my previous videos. So taking a look at the Cardano epoch calendar here, you can see that actually today we're actually here. So which means we're actually how many epochs away? We are 1 epoch away from actually getting started with the SundaeSwap ISO. So on January 25th, that's when we actually going to be taking snapshots. That's the first epoch. The second one that is coming on the 30th of January, and the next one is actually coming on the 4th of February, and the next one is coming on the 9th of February. The last one is coming up on the 14th of February. I guess that's Valentine's Day. So SundaeSwap is going to be your Valentine's present gift or date, whatever the case may be. But that's the last epoch where you'll be able to accumulate your free SundaeSwap tokens. Let's move on to the next point here. If we can just go back to this article here. So for those of you who are still asking me, in order for you to get involved, you need to be obviously staking your Cardano on like any of these wallets, whether it's Yoroi, Detless. And I also see a lot of comments on the comment section where you guys are always asking, what's the minimum that I need to be staking? Well, the minimum, for you to be qualified, it's actually 10 ADA, so 10 Cardano on your wallet. Make sure that you're not keeping your funds on a centralized exchange, but you're moving your funds to either Yoroi wallet or whatever wallet that I've already mentioned in my previous videos. If you haven't watched those videos, I'm going to leave them in a link in the description of this video or at the end of the video. If we actually go back to the epochs here, on the first epoch, 1% of the total supply of SundaeSwap is going to be distributed to everyone who is staking, and obviously on the next epoch as well, 1% of the total supply is going to be distributed until the last epoch, which means 5% of the total supply of SundaeSwap is going to be given to everyone who is staking and delegating with these specific scoopers right here. So if you're staking with any of these numbers from 1 to 30, you'll be able to be eligible to get your free SundaeSwap tokens. But like I said, 5% of the total supply is going to be distributed to everyone who is holding and staking your ADA with these specific scoopers. So the next key point that I want to talk about is SundaeSwap being listed on the Bitrue exchange. So I've been talking to the guys at Bitrue exchange, and they actually told me that they will be listing SundaeSwap as soon as the token is available to mint on SundaeSwap. So once that is sorted out, you'll be able to trade obviously on Bitrue exchanges. Not only SundaeSwap, they told me that they're also working very closely with projects that are building on Solana and also projects that are building on Cardano. So if you are looking to getting to that ecosystem, you want to make sure that you sign up with them. And obviously in my previous video, I sort of like covered how do you actually deposit and actually trade on Bitrue exchange, and obviously how do you withdraw your funds. So the reason why I'm actually bringing this up now and why I think it's exciting is simply because SundaeSwap themselves came up with this article that was sort of like alerting us as the community or as the fans of SundaeSwap that they are expecting the blockchain to be congested on day 1. So some of you who want to trade on day 1, maybe you want to sell or buy your SundaeSwap tokens, there's high possibility, as this article states, that your transactions may not be able to go through on the very same day. So the transaction may take days in order for them to be processed. Obviously, you can go to the trading protocol and cancel your transactions, but if you really want to get into SundaeSwap, maybe you didn't get to the ISO, maybe you just want to accumulate more SundaeSwap, it's best that you obviously look at the alternative ways of maybe trying to trade on Bitrue. Maybe then you can hold it on your wallet. Obviously not financial advice here, but that's why I think the Bitrue exchange is actually a very, very good alternative at this point, because remember that most currencies, or rather most projects that are building on Cardano, they're actually way ahead than the actual development of Cardano. If you actually come here to the website and go to development and actually look at the roadmap, you'll be able to see that we are now at stage 4. If I click on it, this stage really talks about scaling. So scaling is basically the ability for the blockchain to deal with an influx of transactions at the same time. So this is what now the stage that Cardano is actually working on. Firstly, they worked on decentralization. They achieved that. For me, I think Cardano is one of the most decentralized blockchain, if not the most decentralized blockchain. But now obviously the issue is that they had to trade one thing for another at first, but now obviously they be looking into resolving the scaling basically. So the issue here is basically throughput, the ability for the blockchain to be able to process a large transactions at the same time. And if we actually come to the chart of ADA, we can see that it has actually been pumping since last night. I was actually expecting it to come down and touch to this level, since it's actually have been pumping here. So I was expecting it to come and touch this level on the EMA ribbons, but obviously that didn't happen. It just immediately shot up right here. So as I was doing my chart analysis here, what I was actually planning to do, I was expecting the price to actually come down and touch on the EMA ribbons right here, and that would have been a great entry for me to trade this on leverage. And for those of you who actually want to trade this, you want to make sure that you don't go with high leverage. Not financial advice here, but I think if SundaeSwap actually does well between now and actually launch day, we can see the price of ADA pumping. And obviously there's all this thing to say, buy the rumor and sell the news. So on launch day we can actually see maybe the price of ADA dropping, or maybe by the end of epoch, let's say on the 14th of February, maybe we can see the price of ADA dropping, because most people will be then maybe offloading because they've got everything SundaeSwap that they wanted. But obviously not financial advice here, but that's what I was looking at last night when I actually had this line over here. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on the price of ADA, because ADA is the underlying cryptocurrency with regards to the blockchain here. So I think this is going to be the catalyst of the growth of ADA. And for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, you realize that we've been buying a lot of ADA within this price point here, or even within this price point here. So right now I think it's still a good time to buy. Obviously if you get a nice pullback, maybe right about to the EMA ribbons, we're looking at maybe 1.3, that will be a great price maybe to buy. Obviously not financial advice here. So let's move on to the next point that I wanted to talk about. Now let's go over 3 ways that you can do to accumulate free SundaeSwap. Obviously the first one is to make sure that you staking your ADA. Not only that, but also delegating them with these specific scoopers here. So any number from 1 to 30, I'm going to leave this link in the description of this video for those of you who are just stumbling across this video. So you want to make sure that you're getting your ADA off from a centralized exchange to your own personal wallets, either a Nami wallet, Deadlast wallet, Yoroi, CC Vault, ADA Lite. There's so many of them, but obviously I've covered that in previous videos. So that's the first way that you can actually accumulate your free SundaeSwap tokens. The second way is actually by providing liquidity. So this is something you cannot do right now, but you have to do it once the DEX is actually live. So once this decentralized protocol has actually went live, I think from the 20th maybe going up, you can be able to provide liquidity. Now that's another way that you can accumulate free SundaeSwap tokens, and obviously there are risks that are associated with that, which we're going to cover in future videos. The third way that you can actually use to accumulate your free SundaeSwap token is actually by taking your LP token, which are liquidity provider tokens, of which those are tokens that you're going to get when you're actually providing liquidity to the protocol. Take those tokens and actually do something called yield farming. Now, if all that sounds a little bit foreign to you, don't you worry, because in this video I go in depth with regards to what is providing liquidity on a decentralized trading protocol such as SundaeSwap. So in this video you get all the information that you need in order for you to stay up to date with regards to what are liquidity pools, how do they work, and how can you make money off them. Not only that, I'm also covering what are yield farming. So go ahead and choose either of these videos on the screen, because those videos will really help you with regards to learning what to do next. If we're just meeting, I'm Vusi Designer, and I would really appreciate it if you can smash the like button and go and check this video out. I'll see you there. Bye bye. Peace.